Alright, for this tutorial, we'll take a look at creating the tool holder with AutoCAD. The new component here is a drilled hole to depth, and the drill hole to depth has the drill point on the end, which we want to recreate. So I have a 3D model here to demonstrate this. We are looking to create the shoulder cut, where it goes from being a cylinder, that is your depth measurement, to creating this conical end. This is that drill point angle. We are going to demonstrate this with a 118-degree drill bit angle, which is one of the two common sizes. Most of your jobber drills are a 118-degree angle. So this is just proof that this 118-degree angle does exist and how common it actually is. That being said, I did put the inverse angles on the lesson outline for this, and knowing how AutoCAD snaps to angles, this may be relevant information. First off, let's start with our overall layout. By using the rectangles, I can put in the overall length and width here in the front view. I have an overall length of 3.78 and an overall height of 2, and start building off of this. I'm still recommending a 1.5 inch spacing in between your views. And we will create the other boxes and confirm that they project. So the top view, my length is the same, 3.78 by the width is 2.24. I'm just going to confirm that that width is the same. I could project over, but using the rectangular method, probably just quicker to draw it. So 2.24 left to right, and an overall height of 2. Again, just to ensure that these project. Ready to roll. Okay. When using the rectangle, a reminder is that they are grouped together. These are not individual line segments. I would explode all of these at one time. Now I have independent line segments. Top, front, or right side view wouldn't matter because basic shape, you can really start constructing in any of the views. I'm going to start constructing here in the right side view. Distance across the top is 0.5 and now a 45-degree angle. I do have my angle snaps to 15-degree increments, so a 45-degree angle should snap relatively easy. That will also play in the part with these 30 and 45-degree angles on the top. So go right here to the right side, come in 0.74, drop a 45, create that 1.12 across the top, and drop a 30-degree angle. And as of right now, it extend this. Being that this is 0.74 and this is a 45-degree angle, this distance down from the top is 0.74. You can just project this across, and we can project that to the right side as well. I can project straight across for that edge that is created here. I will also have an edge that goes along the bottom from this 45. So take a second and clean these two up momentarily. All right. So pretty much my rough shape here in the front and right side views. Let's go up here to the top. So as I measure in 1 inch, I then measure back 0.54. I measure over 1.14. This comes right back out. measure over 1, measure in 0.76. This corner is going to get cut off and connect this corner. So let's clean this corner up. There's my rough shape in the top. Now it's time for some projection. I can project over and down for this 0.76 cut. That one's done. I can project down for that 1-inch cut. Now that I have this created, I can project across. So this edge does not exist because it's cut out of this 45. And I got that through my projection method. So there's this rectangular face cut out to the next rectangular face. I'll just project down first. Somehow I have the wrong measurement here in the top. This is 0.54, which it is not, it's 0.74. 0.54. I think I caught that before I projected all that information. So this 0.54 will project over and down. This will be a hidden line, and it will project across to create that rectangular face in the front view. So trim this off. Stretch or trim. That's a projection line. All these lines are projection. So other than the drill point, the drill hole to depth, the front view is really done. The right side is really done other than the hole. I have all this information to project to the top. So this is that 1/2 inch measurement across the top. And this is going to project up. And then it's going to project out at an angle, which is generated from this corner in the front view. Alright, so this one cleans up. And this projects across. That's that flat face across the top. The other flat face across the top. And I need an angle projection here, which is going to be projected from the front view. And I need this hidden line. No, they do line up. That's right, because they're the same depth. They're 0.74 down. Since I already projected this, I know that I'm just going to connect these 2 points. So this is that angled face. And then I have the flat face. So this face here is this face right here. So that is not correct. Let's try that again. Whoops. This angle does not project from here. It projects from here. That's better. All right. We're good to go. Okay. Now for the hole. Create the hole first. It is 0.76 left to right. Sorry, right to left. Yeah. Just move it. Negative input. Just going left to right. Minus 0.76 tab, 0.62 vertical. Gosh, I want to create a square where I want it. minus 0.76 tab 0.62. That's the center for my diameter hole of 0.625. All right, so there's the drill hole diameter. I need to create the depth. The depth to the shoulder is 1.25. And I'm going to project that straight across. So that is the shoulder cut. These will be hidden lines then. And then the center, I'm going to project this across, because making the angle is not the easiest thing to do. Because if my first reference is 90 degrees down, I'm looking to create this angle as being 59. It will snap to 120. The inverse angle is 121. Instead of going through that headache of trying to make the angles snap, if I have created an angle that is 59 degrees, which is half of 118, I would minimize your work and frustration and just mirror this and demonstrate that you have an angle that is 118 degrees. So there's my drill point angle. Just clean this up. This will be a center line that does need to extend out past the edge of the object. And I would copy this to the top view, not try to recreate this, as long as I have a reference point. So hidden, hidden, hidden. And a center line. And we'll project this up to the top. I do need a point of reference, so I'll measure up and over. I will copy this drilled hole to depth. No rotation is needed. Find a reference point and copy it. Okay. Done projecting. No dimensioning note is needed. Center mark. Okay. We'll take a look at dimensioning this.